gonna lie, it's like I'm gonna spit some real shit for y'all right now. It's like, look, like when you grow up in the trenches, it's like society treats you different, man. Like look at you different. It's like, man, you coming from where we from, man. We rolling up, come with it. Look, they treat you different when you from the trenches. Bitch, I didn't grow up in no burb, I grew up in the village. Trying to get that shit up off the curb, I turned it to a menace. I wasn't hanging around with no girl.
I always give honor and praise to God. I'm grateful to be alive and well, not dead or in jail. Thank my brother Darren Bo Taylor for getting me out the tow trucks, and also want to thank Sister Lita Heron for turning me on to Gang Talk Radio when we was on the AM radio in Inglewood. So with that being said, this is I don't know whose show is it. Is it mine or is it hers?
Show.
I don't know, but I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. I'm grateful to be here. We have a couple of special guests. They flew in last night or the night before, one from Brooklyn, other from Connecticut. And, I don't always tell the truth. They might have been here 8-9 years already, but feel like they just flew in. So thank everybody for showing up. And to the co-hosts, everybody want to know your name and what you do with dogs and all that.
Everybody already knows my name and what I do with dogs. Skipp.
Do they?
I think so.
All right,
I think we had enough episodes, but I'm Keila. I'm a dog trainer.
Dog whisperer.
Dog whisperer. People whisperer. That's what
People
you said.
whisperer. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So we have some wonderful guests today.
Who we got?
All the way from Connecticut, we got Lindsay. All the way from Brooklyn, New York, we got brother Shamir.
Yes, sir.
Out here in California, living the dream. So I don't know. Who do you start with?
Ladies first.
Ladies
Of course,
first.
of course. I was hoping
Always.
she picked her first.
All right. So, young lady, what's your name? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, I'm Lindsay B. I'm
Lindsay
from
B.
Connecticut. I've been here for 9 years. Came out here for acting. Now I also have a hookah business, hookah catering business, and I do hair as well. So,
Hookah.
yes.
What is that? That's the smoking.
Yes.
All right. And it's catering hookah.
Yeah, so I, go to different locations.
Like
Yeah.
private parties.
Private parties. I have residencies at like different bars,
Oh,
restaurants,
shoot.
clubs. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yes.
That's hell.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't smoke. I don't smoke.
It's nothing to it though. It's just flavored smoke, right?
Yeah.
It's flavor smoke.
Yeah,
Tobacco.
that's it.
It's tobacco.
Flavored
tobacco.
tobacco.
Is it really tobacco?
Yeah. They
For
have,
real?
Yeah, it is.
Shut up.
It is.
Oh my God.
You thought it was weed?
I didn't know that. No, I thought it was literally just flavored smoke. I didn't know it was tobacco.
Oh yeah, it's tobacco. But they have different things now,
Wow.
different ways they make it now, but mainly tobacco.
Okay. The only thing I knew about hookah was that song where Tiger was in it. Dude was saying, pass me the hookah. I said, what is he saying? Pass me the hookah. I thought he was saying a hooker. Like passing the hooker, right? Hey, look, though, I didn't know. I don't smoke. So I was like, man, where they going to get a hooker from? And do you really want the hooker if Tiger done had it already? You know?
We don't want
I
that.
don't know.
We don't want that.
Right.
Oh
I
You're
wouldn't.
showing your age right now.
Yeah, but I didn't know. Y'all got to understand, I didn't know. So, but thank you for what you do.
And I got his back, so if he don't know, I know. You feel me?
Right. Okay. Well, real good. So the hookah.
Look at it.
All right. So and so that means you take it with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I mean, just for somebody like me who don't know, what's the cost of something like that?
It ranges. It's a rental kind of thing. I provide for each customer. So, like, I have an event on Saturdays at this place called General Mission, and it's about $150 per hookah. But you get unlimited flavor changes, cold changes all night. And we have some of the best hookah in LA. That's what I've been told.
Okay.
I'm not lying. And I don't even smoke hookah like that.
All right. Yeah. So do you have a theme song?
Not yet. I'm still looking for that.
Oh, okay.
Still looking for it.
I got one for you. Pass the hookah. Pass the hookah. All right. And young fella, man, what's your name, man? And what you got going on?
All right, so my name is Shamir Williams. I originally from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. Been out here for November, be 7 years. Came out here for the same acting, do a little modeling, and also too I do community work with brother Skipp here. Just kind of connected with him. I feel like we on to some things. So just like he said, man, grateful to be here, blessed to be here. And I'm ready to see what we're gonna talk about today, man. I'm ready. I'm over here twiddling my fingers and.
Well, I'm curious. How did you meet Skipp?
All right.
Through a dog.
Through a dog. That's exactly how we met.
For real?
Your dog too. Your dog. No, I'm joking. But I met Skipp. All right, so I followed him for a while on Instagram. I have a few family members that are somewhat connected to him, but he works with the community. So obviously, with the gangs and stuff in LA, I know a few of them. Some of them are family. A lot of them are friends. I followed him during the situation where you brought the Florenzias and the East Coasters together. That's when I really started to like pay attention. I was like, that's powerful, because I was out here during the time of that feud, and I knew I'm out here, so I know, and for the most part, I know what I know, and I know that was something very big between those two groups and tribes, and he was a big part of the reason that they were able to come together. So once I seen that, I was like, he's powerful. I'm gonna try to connect with him. So God timing. I hit him up on Instagram about a month ago.
Sure, it was a little more than a month.
A little over a month ago, and he responded, and we've been connected since.
How did you meet Skipp?
I met you at the Dijon Kizzy protest. I had no clue who you were.
Oh, you chased me though.
But Eric chased you. Well, I had a different
But you caught
podcast,
me.
and he was my partner. And Eric chased him down. He said, "Oh my God, that's Skipp." I'm like, Skipp. Like, I didn't know. And I've been in Inglewood about my whole life. I had no clue. And so he put me on to like who you were. I'm just standing there. He's all asking questions. Can we get you on our podcast? I'm like, bro, who is this dude? Like, and I'm just standing there like, okay. So after that, I did some research. We had you on, and ever since then,
Right.
been locked in.
Yes, sir.
I was like, oh, he's kind of cool. Oh, but he kind of cool.
Oh, she been throwing rocks ever since.
It's all good. She don't know.
sure.
She don't know the rocks don't even reach you, man. She throw them and they just get deflected.
I just catch them and say, that's cute.
That's exactly how it is.
Right. So tell us about content, man. I wanna know that I watched this dude this morning, man. This dude, Big Jaw.
Oh yeah.
Man, he got the Balvin Bunningham, got me rolling. He got the red socks. He got the red bedspread. He was tripping this morning on the girl. I think it was the girl who had that wreck too at the thing.
At the
we was
thing,
at.
yeah.
It was her
That we seen that day,
first car. Yeah, she was like, hey, look, man. There are no ops in the box, right? He said, he told her to get all the ops out the box, man. That shit had me rolling.
Yo,
it was
hilarious.
just one blueberry in there. Right?
That's funny.
It's funny. So I know you had worked with him. I don't know how many people you've worked with, but what are some of the funny things that you guys have been a part of?
You want to go first? You've been out. You got a little bit more experience. A lot more experience than I do.
Yeah, when I first came out here, like I said, I was out here for acting, and then it was like, stay away from the content creators. They're not going to take you seriously in the real acting world. But some of the first people that I filmed with was Eastside Ivo and Blame It on Quay. Those was the two people that I worked with at first. And I mean, just starting from there, I've worked with a lot of people. They just tell me to pull up. I guess I bring some sense of realness to the content because most people aren't like actors. But yeah, I've done so many, and I've been here for 9 years, so I don't even know where to start with that.
So then tell us some of the more professional then. They tell you to stay away from the content. I mean, I love the content.
Oh, yeah,
I
me
love
too.
content.
And look, it gives you your own lane to create, and, while you're waiting on Hollywood to book you.
So do we really need Hollywood? I don't want to change the subject, but is it possible that, everybody can get to the point where we start supporting each other?
I think so.
And then I ain't going to tell the secret that the young man told me about this other, not YouTube, but this other platform. And I was like, whoa. And that's like a million, probably about 5-6 million in his head right now.
Yep.
So is it possible that we can bypass Hollywood?
I think so. I mean, just doing content on YouTube or all these other platforms, Instagram, you'll get, I watch you every day, or I'll watch your channel. I'll rather watch YouTube than go to the movies or, watch it on TV. So, I mean, I definitely think so. And then making your own production company, you just create your own world.
That's real.
Is that what you want to do? Making your own production
I
company?
think, you know what? I think I'm moving more towards that. I just wanted to act, but now it's like, for me, it's, you know, the politics of Hollywood. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm a little tired. So I feel like if I have my own, you know, platform, then I can provide my own opportunity, make me the lead, make other people the lead, you know, and put stuff out there. So.
And then if you move in with a good energy, good spirit, you know what I'm saying? Not only you, but the people around you and your content will grow. I feel like if you move where you move to the left, you real underlining, you're not being honest with people, you tell them one thing, you do something else. If you're one of those type of individuals and you just so happen to come out here from out of state and you attaching yourself to who you think can get you to there, if they're not, you know, righteous in their own spirit, I feel you'll get spiraled out. And that was an experience of mine. I'm sure she can experience. I'm sure it's a lot of people that came out here from other places to pursue this also experience that as well. And then you have some that made it. But how did they make it? Did they have to compromise something? Did they have to step out of their element to achieve or receive a certain type of, you feel me? So
Oh man, they talking about that all over the internet too, about the people in the industry, and they had a video of Lil Wayne and something that he went through when he was 11 years old. The dude who put him on, and they saying, well, everybody had to go through that.
Yeah.
You know,
some type of
the casting couch.
Yeah.
But there's a casting couch for men. Like, wait, hold on.
yeah, that's
Hold on, man. What are you talking about? You know,
Yeah.
why would a man want to do that to another? I can't speak
But that's
on that.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you too, Skip. And me just being a man and being, you know, moving how I move. No, and nothing against that community, you know, of people that live that lifestyle. But you have individuals that live that lifestyle and they use that in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? They use that. They use their status. They use their money. They may use their looks, whatever, to impose, you know, what they want. And if it's a situation where you're a weak-minded individual or you're just an individual that just, and when I say weak-minded, I mean that in a respectful way, not because some people are just, they just don't have it, you know? And if they're a lady coming from out of town, don't have a support system, or even a guy, don't have a support system, but you want to make it and you come across an individual like that, it's real easy for you to get twisted. So
Yeah.
you got to definitely stay prayed up and stay around good energy people that are doing the right thing for the right reasons, and I don't see why you can't succeed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I think that's the key, is to be able to start your own and get support of everyone else.
But I got a bone to pick with content creators.
Uh-oh.
I got a bone to pick.
I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
you know,
They don't have enough dogs. in
it's
them.
no. It's a couple things I feel that I see pretty often from these content creators who come from all over the place. Number one, they get here and they start shitting on LA. Oh, they ain't got the good food. It's nothing to do here. It's weirdos. It's weird out here. Like energy, blah, 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 blah. But they're stuck in Hollywood. Like, they ain't seen down here. They don't know about Leimert Park. They don't know, you know what I mean? Right. And then the other part is, I just lost it.
It's okay.
But let's start there. How do you feel now that you down here right now?
Yeah.
What has your experience been?
When I first came out here, I was in this neighborhood. I was working at Time Warner. I had befriended someone that was, had people out here. So this was where I started, where like kind of, I guess my growing roots was. And then I know for sure that it's the transplants that kind of make LA have that bad rep. I know that because, some of my closest friends are from here and they, just as real as East Coasters, So I don't have nothing bad to say about it.
But it's being said though, even though you're not the one saying it.
No,
It's
no,
being
I
said.
definitely, that's true.
All the time.
Right. It's the truth. I mean,
What's the truth?
You're right.
Okay.
It is. A lot of us do come out here, and then you have to keep this in mind, depending on where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like I come from another big city. You know what I'm saying? Anybody been in New York City? I'm from Brooklyn. It's the same type of speed and temperature out here, just more people, in my opinion, and just a different land, but it's the same energy. I feel like when you come out here, you have to understand where you are. You know what I'm saying? You have to all right, you from Brooklyn, you from down south, wherever you, Chicago, wherever you from, what you do out there, when you come out here, you really kind of have to like readjust yourself. And if you come out here with that mentality, like, man, I'm gonna stay X, Y, and Z, then you're gonna get met with resistance because you're in somebody else's land, home, space, you know. So you have to be respectful of that. And that, me, I do that, and I haven't had any problems. I only have problems with individuals that pretend, and, you know, and they're not even from out here like that. You feel me? So that's to go what you said, totally correct. Because the problems that I had came from people that actually do content and actually do have a name, that actually are in position to help, but they are the ones that move weird.
So do they help? Do they do? And I'm not gonna name anybody, but do they look back and pull people up and say
Some of them, and then some of
I don't
them.
know, Lindsay, like,
I'm gonna give people.
Okay, so both they might have different experiences.
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say some because a lot of them don't know. A lot of them are clouded. They have their perception of they feel like they gotta get theirs first for you to get yours, and they're not understanding. Sometimes you might be up here, but it might be a situation where it's not your time yet. It might be your time, and if I'm in position to get you to up here and I don't,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm in a position to do it though, but because I want to get it first, I'm gonna hold you back, or I'm gonna run you around. You know what I'm saying? Or keep you at bay and bring you out when I want to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the no for me.
Right.
You know. So
Y'all know the name of this show?
what is it? I do know the
Name
name,
of the
but
show.
the Skipp and Keila show.
It's not. It's the Keila and Skipp show.
Keila and
Because
Skipp.
I wanted to put her out there.
Yeah.
Because I told her, man, I mess around and get a bunch of chickens and goats out in Georgia. I'll be gone, and I want to make sure that I put her in a position. You see, so
That's
you see what he
facts.
just said. That's facts.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
You've been adamant. I will say that he's been adamant about me coming and doing this show every 2 weeks, even when I was trying to escape.
Yeah, she left me
'Cause
for
I
a
had
dog,
to.
man.
That's crazy.
I gave her $50. She
is
went to
not
Chick-fil-A
true.
and never came back.
Stop spreading these lies.
All right, man.
Man, he had people in my DMs. Like, it was just a mess.
Well, he's
Come
seen
back to
something.
the
I'm sure
show,
he's
come
seen
back to the show.
He
I
sees something in you,
guess.
man.
I
That's
guess.
you know.
But here I am still.
That's what's
Again.
Right. So look, so people are saying that the transplants make LA look bad, but what about the LA dudes? What about PNB Rock? What about Pop Smoke? What about the dude who grew up on 8th Ave and Slauson, killed Nipsey, who grew up on 5th Ave and Slauson. You know what I mean? Shit, what about the dudes from out here that, do we make ourselves look bad too? I don't know, I'm asking. I don't point no
I think
fingers
so.
at nobody.
I mean, I think
that's for
there's no way to
everywhere.
be. There's no way to positively spin that. We are what we are here in LA. Like that's a whole nother culture, I guess you could say. So, I definitely think there's no way to say it makes us look good. Of course it does.
You mentioned something about dogs and her being a dog whisperer, right? And that's funny to me because I said that not even realizing that that's, I say that about myself a lot. She knows because I like dogs. But it's about your energy. You know how dogs are. Like if you're scared, especially with a bigger breed or aggressive breed of dog, and they sense you scared, they're going to attack you. They're going, or not attack you, but they're going to be aggressive, And if you're scared, your energy gives off that fear. They're going to keep on and in your mind, they trying to attack you, but to that dog, that's how they play. They play like that, you know what I'm saying? But if you scared of dogs, whether they playing or serious, it don't matter. You just scared, you know what I'm saying? So with people, I feel like it's the same way. If you scared of people, it'll show. And if I'm an individual that's a predator and I see prey, and you look like you got something, or you look scary, or you move in a certain type of way, yeah. If that's what I do, I'm
But
gonna
even the strong get done like that out here.
for sure.
I know a dude, man, super with it. I know that whenever he dies, he ain't going to heaven and all the stuff he's done. And somebody robbed and killed him.
Wow.
And was caught on camera.
Wow.
He fought, but he still got killed. So it's like, man, you could be one of the toughest guys and still suffer here in Los Angeles. Have you ever had any close calls or situations? You don't have a lot of jewelry though. Where your jewelry at? You ever know?
I don't wear jewelry no more. I used to. I don't wear no earrings.
I do. I wear, and I don't have big jewelry, but it to me,
Right.
is big. And I've been a victim before of being robbed. You know, I've been robbed from my chain before at knife point. You know what I'm saying? I've had guys roll up on me with guns before and I've had that happen out here a few times. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about energy. And I'm here, thank God. But in those situations, I noticed that my energy was different. You know, like I don't walk around imposing my will or trying to act like I'm the toughest. I'm on my business. But I am who I am. I don't fight people, but I defend myself, if that makes sense. So there's certain things you just, in your mind, if you say I'm not going to do it or this is not going to happen, if you really tell yourself that, that's what it'll be. So I know how I move, how I act. I know I'm protected. That's all I say. So I move like that, and I respect people. I respect their space. And like I said, the ones that impose, they don't have to worry about me. They got to worry about, you know, what's around me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. And I'm sure everybody's situation is different, but that's mine. So,
What about moving with people from LA? Do you have a lot of people from LA who are indigenous to this area? Do you put them on and bring them with you and stuff?
Of course. My circle is my circle, you know. I mean, in the past year, I could say a couple of people have, like, disappeared or dropped, but, you know, everybody can't fit in a car
Yeah.
to the top.
Hey,
so.
look, and that's that to me. That's God, like skimming the fat for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
for sure.
You know.
Have you had to do it yourself though?
Yes, I've had to do it myself. I'm a very loyal, passionate person. So if I feel like it's not reciprocated or, you know, there's no appreciation in it, then I'm pretty quick to drop people. But within this past year, they did it themselves.
Perfect.
That's why you can't put a lock on the door
Nope.
in case somebody need to
Never.
leave. Hey,
Right.
yeah, it's right there.
Save me the trip.
Right.
Right.
All right, so now we need some content.
What's up?
What we
trying
gonna
to
do? Come on. What we
Man,
doing?
I
We
got
we
in my
right
mind.
here.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I got all type of stuff brewing, but for starters, a podcast would be dope. One of the people you actually know very well. He's a member of this community. I think he would do very well. Him and I on the podcast.
Oh, crazy dude.
Yeah, the crazy guy. We gonna keep him.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say it. D crazy. That's his
D-
name. D crazy. Right.
Yeah, but he definitely needs his own podcast show. He needs his own planet because the way he work and move, yeah, he needs to move with him and people like him. But I love him. He's a dope
You met
dude.
him before. He came on the show.
The comedian?
Well,
He's
he's
his
supposed to be a comedian. Tiffany Haddish called him out, and he ran
That's
to the
who.
party.
That was the first person that came to my mind when he
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
you know
Right.
him? I'm like, yeah.
Yup, that's bro, man. He's super solid. Very talented. You know, he's another individual that, you know, I admire because of how he handles things. Like Skipp know him a little bit better than I do, but I got a chance to get to know him. And the stuff that I know about him coming from this community, him being a part of this community in the way that he's connected with the community, somebody like him is not supposed to be here. You know, they're not supposed to have the things that he has in the moment. You know, he's supposed to be canceled. But the fact that he, in spite of, still pushes, and I will always admire that and respect that.
So look, so this is how I see him, right? The way I see him in the streets, in the community, he's in his element.
Mm-hmm.
He's that guy in that element. Put him in front of a camera. Put him in a professional meeting. I don't know who he is.
Because it's unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar territory.
But put him in the streets, I'm walking with him wherever he goes. Come on, he's gonna make me laugh, and he's gonna make friends and all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
put him right here in front of a camera. I think he's gonna stare for a long time like that.
Yeah. He don't know his superpower. He know his superpowers, but he don't know all his superpowers. And I think that's where we come in, you know?
Right.
The people like, for instance, I'm not from LA, you know? If I wanted to move a certain type of way over here, I would be like him. Like how he is in front of the camera. I'll be like, hey, bro, is it cool to go over here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it, I mean, I'm still gonna go, you know me, I'm still gonna go anyway, but I would like to at least know before I move, you know? That way I could have a little head start. But He's the same way. He got to be around individuals that's doing it. He's a confident dude. He's gonna pick it up.
Okay. All right, real good. So what kind of content? Come on, let's create some content.
Right here, right now.
Right here, right now. What we got? What we got? Come on,
Putting her on
see
the
how
spot.
let's see how y'all think, man. What is it?
Some kind of content right now.
And
Come
we
on, man.
live.
Show your superpowers.
Yeah,
Show
because
your-
most content is only like a minute, 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
It's not long at all.
Like if
Right.
I help you out. If this was a situation where we was having like a meetup where we was about to work, right, and it's 5 or 6 of us in the house, right, and we'd be like, all right, what's your idea? What's your idea? Like in this moment, space right now, what would be your idea? I'm thinking right now. This is how we really do it when we in the house
Yeah,
about to
I'm
create.
nervous. Put her on a spot.
Right. Right now, thinking right now what we would do in this space right here, in this space. I don't know. We would talk about, we'd be commentators at the Canelo fight from last night.
Oh, I heard that was El Garbage.
Yeah.
I don't speak Spanish, but people was all over the Instagram talking about this is garbage. And I was like, what is garbage? And then they put trash cans there. Exclamation point.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was, I guess. Like,
bad
you
it
know,
was.
I was in a space where, you know, the fight was on. I was at my hookah event, and I don't even know what happened. Did he lose?
See,
Did he lose?
I got content up here because I already got it because you have a hooker.
He ain't let that go.
So look, because within 1 minute, everybody could be enjoying the hooker, right? And they get to somebody like me, and they say, "Pass the hooker." And I go outside and go grab a prostitute, bring her in. That's the content.
That's the content.
Right? Like, nah,
And
that
then all
ain't what-
all you gotta do is just get a light and then light the bottom of it. And then just do your smoke, man. You good, man.
Right. I mean, you know, and one of the things I shared,
I see
you
where you
know,
got me going.
I got a friend who's blind. He got shot in the head about 10 years ago. He's blind, right? But he always calls me and asks me about different girls that I've been talking
That's
to. and
crazy.
See, I'm like, man, He said, hey, what's her Instagram? Man, you don't even know what she looked like, man. Why is you calling me asking me this, right? He said, man, don't even worry about that, man. Just send me Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's funny, man.
So I was saying, like, look, man, we can go to Lamert Park. I'm going to get a Hummy, the van. I'm going to have him come pick us up.
And then,
Of course, I would have somebody in the car with him, like, don't press the gas, just put it
Right.
in drive. But, you know, okay, that's just capture that of him pulling up, but that's it, you know. But, you know, it's, yeah.
that's funny. And and we're gonna do that. Like we'll talk about that after, but we have to do that soon because I believe that's gonna be hilarious. I gotta meet this dude, man.
Yeah, gotta meet him, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny.
Speaking of fights, though, hold on. There was a content creator fight not that long ago. Y'all know about that? With
I heard about that.
They not
Austin McBroom.
Oh, yeah.
that's a real
Oh,
content.
yeah.
Do you know about that?
I seen.
You know about the Ace family? Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Consider yourself blessed. But bro, it's a YouTuber, big family, probably one of the most popular YouTube people out there. He
Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
got knocked out. Yeah,
They
was on they were in the other fight.
He got knocked out?
Austin, I think, fought one of them. I don't know, but yeah, it was real bad. And he was talking big shit. I mean, big shit, and just like
Jake
man.
Paul, the younger brother out of the two, he could go. I'm not gonna lie. He's one of them ones. I mean, I still want to see him fight somebody that is like a boxer, not somebody that's retired and coming. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him fight somebody his age, his speed. You know what I'm saying? And he knocks somebody out like that, then that man is the
I
best.
think both of them can fight though, right? Because I think Logan is about to do some like WW. I be seeing this shit pop
Them
up
guys
on
are
Twitter.
smart, man. Them guys are geniuses. They know how to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're doing it, and they're having fun doing it as well. Tip my hat off. I know for sure I'll get in the ring with one of them. There won't be no knockout on my. But we have to build
Heard
that
it
up.
here.
Yeah,
You
you
heard
definitely
it
heard
here.
it here. Yeah, I would love, and we could do an MMA, mixed MMA. We don't have to do boxing. We could do whatever he wants to do. I would love to do
shoot.
that. But that's another story for another time.
You
We
can
gonna
hook
put
that up.
I'm about to instigate.
You
Motherfucker.
can make that
Oh, this
happen.
dude is calling y'all out.
Instagram, yeah, I would love to do that. That would be something fun. I know I'm gonna get paid for it. And then he think it's gonna be a cakewalk. I don't train like him, but I have training if that makes sense. So, yeah, I'm with it.
Okay.
You gonna make it happen?
I'm gonna instigate.
Right.
Yeah,
Instigate
I'ma
it.
try.
Instigate it. Yeah, you
I
heard
mean,
me,
I don't
Jake,
know none of these
Logan.
creators, but you gonna be
you
the
you the
access
Don
point,
King
though.
right now. You the Don King.
You know the creators, so
I
you gotta
do.
make it
I
happen.
do.
All right.
I
You the Don King of this. You gotta
Okay.
set it up.
All right,
Yes,
I'm gonna work
indeed.
on it.
All right.
Definitely. That's what's up, man. I got a question. Y'all both, anybody can answer it though. In my opinion, right? LA, to me, is very, and y'all both, this is y'all city. This is y'all home. But me being here, this is somewhere I always aspired to come, you know. As a kid, Lakers was my favorite team. Kobe's my favorite basketball player. I always was connected out here. But from
They
being...
saying put the mic up. They say they can't hear y'all.
Oh.
So speak directly into the mic.
Oh, my
Hey,
fault.
don't touch it. Don't touch it though.
Oh, sorry about
$1
that.
million worth of microphone.
Sorry
right
about
there.
that.
No fingerprints.
We cool?
Right, no DNA. Yeah, no, just talking to the mic. That's all.
Cool.
I'm seeing a couple people that said that.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. But y'all being from out here and stuff like that, as far as now, the time that we're in right now, do you think it's calmer now, or Skipp? You obviously are in a different generation, but your generation, like coming up in the 80s, 90s, do you think that time was more aggressive, or these times? And you two, you can answer it because you from out here.
He's the expert on this.
Yeah, it's no question. Back in 1992, 1993, the city of LA alone had 1,200 and 1,100 homicides, 92 and 93. Right now, the county of Los Angeles has not reached 400 homicides yet. So, but we talking about like 354, 360. That's still too many in the county. But we're talking about from Pomona to Palisades to Long Beach, and
Not just the city.
Not just the city, but we were talking about the city of LA, 92, 93, well over 1,000. Just the city alone.
We ain't talking about Compton. We're not talking about
Not talking
Long
about
Beach.
Compton, Inglewood, Long Beach. We're talking about the city by itself in 92, 93 had over 1,100.
That's
So now we talking about less than 400, and we're in what month? This is almost October. Sometimes I be wanting to celebrate. I be wanting to high five, but I can't because that's 350 people who have lost their lives.
Right.
But what has happened is the gang violence has gone down, but now we have a lot of robberies, homicides attached to robberies. We have a lot of domestic violence. Have a lot of things that have nothing to do with gang violence. So the gang violence probably has about 100 and something homicides, but everything else now is turned about. So people just respond to violence, period. Whatever you do to me, I'm gonna be violent against you now.
right.
As opposed to working it out, talking it out, or trying to find a way to sit down.
Okay.
I
But
feel like things now are just more calculated rather than kind of reckless.
oh, it used to be reckless.
Yeah.
It used to be. I had a friend. I can't say his name. He already doing life, but he used to call me and say, "Hey, I'm gonna call you in 30 minutes. Come get me."
I know what that is.
Yeah, like man, just sit at home. This is before cell phones, Man, sit at home. Man, come get me. All right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know he was just the way he was feeling, the way he was going through things. Me personally, I would go to parties and dances, and me and my crew, we look around and say, "Oh, them dudes is here." So all we thinking is, how we gonna get home? Because it was 6 or 7, now it's 100 of them outside. Damn. So we never woke up like, "Oh, we gonna go hurt somebody." If I gotta hurt you, it's only because I need to get to my car, and it's too many of y'all, and we can't fight all y'all.
Right.
Where there's some dudes who sit up at night and say, "Man, I'm gonna go hunt something. I'm gonna go look for something to hurt." You know what I mean? Now that's a sickness. Yeah. So that's why it was reckless. Some homicide detectives used to say that they would go from one homicide to the next. Especially in 77 Division, which is just across the street. As soon as we cross Vernon, they would have like in South LA it'd be like 10 homicides a day. Damn.
And then what do you think that derives from? Do you think it derives from not having money, drugs, being on drugs? Because I do know like it take a different type of person to just fix their mind out to go kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? I know that I've never, through the graces of God, had to experience being in a situation like that. But I know people. I've heard stories, and just you being a person with a heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For you to actually take somebody's life, you can't be in your right state of mind. So do you think drugs play a part in that?
Yeah, so now I think not only drugs, but I think that Grand Theft Auto, somebody just said it right there. What's the combat game that they playing?
Oh, Call of Duty and all
Call
that.
of Duty and all that, man. Is
You really think?
I'm looking at my. I can't say for other people, but I'm looking at mine. You know mine.
Yes.
I'm looking at mine, and this is what they played every day during the pandemic. And now they out in the streets. So you know what I mean. I'm not the influence anymore. The Call of Duty is. The GTA is. You know. So that's for most of these young kids, man. Their role model, their influence. When they're 14 and 15, their role models are 19 and 20. You know what I mean? They're not looking at anything that makes sense.
I guess the experience that I've had, I went to San Quentin a few times talking to people that were in there for murder, men who were in there for murder. And there was just a common theme of lack of money and proper guidance. That's really what, each time I went, it was a different group of young men. And all of them had the same root issue, which led them to murdering someone.
Wow.
Not having money in their community, being desperate where they're robbing somebody and then things just went left. And, you know, either they were there at the wrong time, like their friend pulled the trigger and then they still got life, you know, whatever the case may be. Or sometimes they were the ones that pulled the trigger out of fear or they don't know what happened, that type of stuff. None of them, it seemed like they went out with the intention, and they're all young. All of them were young, 17, 18 when it happened. They didn't go out with the intention of hurting someone. It was like, I need money to survive.
Right.
So we're going to go hit this lick, you know, go in this home. Oh, shit, the person is here. Boom. They ain't know. You know what I mean? So it's just stuff like that. I feel like I don't think video games and things like that really play a role. I guess everybody's different. But I grew up playing all that. I still play Call of Duty. Like, play Grand Theft Auto. I ain't out here doing that shit. But, you know, I'm just me. Different people, different circumstances, you know.
So some people will heal a certain way. And when I say heal, when they grow up with no food and moms might be on drugs, stuff like that, sometimes they might take to alcohol, they might take to smoking weed or even doing harsher drugs. But it's not what I found in Quentin and Soledad and all these other places. I find mature human beings who are, if they don't have their right frame of mind, they're working on it. That's what I don't see in the streets right now with the kids. I don't see that maturity level. I see them as still being reckless, and I know some of them who got Balenciagas, who got a 70-inch TV screen. You know, I think about how I grew up. My mother worked 2 jobs, had 3 boys. I did not have to be in the streets. I chose to be in the streets. I think about my homeboy Taco. Taco, mom and dad had government jobs. They worked for the post office. So that's considered rich, right? You know, at this point, and he still decided he wanted to be a Crip. So, I mean, I'm not taking away from what you're saying, but I don't think it is the majority. I think that what happens is when they get into San Quentin and they sit back and look at their life and do the reflection, now they start maturing and they understand, well, this is some of the root causes. Right. But while in that moment, I don't think there's how can I talk to an unconscious person? What can I say? If somebody's unconscious, I mean, get up, man.
Pray for
Come on.
Pray for them.
I gotta do something.
Right.
Prayer without works is nothing, right? So I gotta do something for them, but I can't keep talking to them because as much as I keep talking to them,
they're not hearing.
They're unconscious.
So they probably got to feel. And I mean, sad to say, but my pops always used to say, if you don't hear, you gonna feel. So, and I didn't want to feel. What he was so about feeling was that belt, and and I'm gonna be honest with you. To answer your question and your question to piggyback on it, I don't think that video games. I feel like it has a part to play in it, but I feel like, my opinion, social media. Social media to me right now is the biggest delusion, in the world. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you could be in New York and you could get on Instagram or Facebook and see what people doing in
Set
LA,
the volume
South
up.
Carolina, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's a situation where if I'm a kid growing up and I'm not popular, you know, or I'm not getting love from people in my community, or I'm a square or whatever, now I have to find my own lane. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm getting bullied or if I'm not getting accepted and I want respect, how do I get it?
You had to hit somebody.
You got to hit, or you got to take something, or you got to do something
Right.
extreme to get. And now you put yourself in that realm now, and if you really not like that, eventually you're gonna
Right.
what you put out is gonna come back to you. And are you gonna be prepared for that, or you gonna be a victim? You know, so don't play with stuff that you don't
Right.
necessarily. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
Right. All right. So what's the solution? That was your question. So what's the?
I didn't ask a question.
Oh, I think I think it was my question, but y'all was just the solution. It varies, but I feel like for one, it start with people like us. And when I say people like us, it's a whole bunch of, especially if you go down to Leimert and come out there and see the type of people out there. It's a lot of people like us that's, you know, and it's not about a color, but for right now, for the sake of this conversation, it's a color thing. Our people, you know what I'm saying, are messed up mentally. You know what I'm saying? We got to get us right. You know what I'm saying? She was just with me last night. I seen a brother on the elevator from a neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say what neighborhood, but he was definitely from a neighborhood. Jewelry on, all that. Stay in my building on my floor. You know who's on my, you know who's around there. They don't get along at all, them two gangs, but he wasn't there that night. And I seen this brother on the elevator last night, and I had to say something to him because I know how I move, and obviously you moving too, and we moving in the same direction. Eventually we gonna probably cross paths, so let me just check your temperature and just speak to you. And I spoke, and when I spoke, it wasn't like, hey bro, where you from? Or what's up, my nigga? Like, it was like, hey bro, how you feeling, King? Or how you feeling, brother? You know what I'm saying? I came at him like that. And of course he was a little hesitant. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, he gave me one of those. But I kept pushing, like, hey, what's up, bro? You coming from tonight, man? You know what I'm saying? I just started being friendly, and then slowly but surely, he put his guard down. And then I let him know, hey, bro, I ain't even from LA, bro. I'm from Brooklyn. And when I said that, he was kind of like, oh, all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
still,
because they looking for the where you from.
yeah.
They waiting on the where you from and the altercation that comes after that.
Yeah, and that's so sad, man, that you have to live like that, you know? Me being from Brooklyn and living out here, I have to be guarded. You know what I'm saying? I don't like moving like that. I create content. I'm a content creator. I like to laugh, have fun, money, you know what I'm saying? Putting people on, connecting. That's what I like doing.
What's your
helping
Instagram?
Oh, 7 Keys Mir. 7 Keys Mir. That's
It's
my.
spelled out SEVE.
Nah, it's the number 7. You know, I'm infatuated with the number 7. So 7, and then the word keys 7_keys_Mir, MAIR. So yeah, that's my.
What's your Instagram?
Lindsay B, LYNDSEY.
What does the B stand for? Blood gang?
Oh,
I'm just asking.
Don't do it.
yeah,
like
she
that.
is a thug though. She always talk about she a
I'm
thug.
It's BEE, like the insects.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's all. And
Lindsay
my last name starts with a B. So you know.
I'm just asking. I ain't
Being
trying to
creative.
bang on nobody. So
Being creative,
y'all
that's
think
all.
I'm out here tripping. I'm not Balvin Bunningham. I'm not doing anything with the bees. I don't want the ops out my box.
The ops talk about. Yeah, we gotta show her this. He gonna laugh when he see this.
Oh man, I know.
That's funny. That is funny.
What's your Instagram?
K9, the letter K, number 9, Keila, KEILAH.
Okay, now.
There you go.
Are you gonna tell me like on air why you didn't want me to touch your dog? Because I still kind of feel some type of way about that.
I could tell.
Okay.
But honestly, like, it's nothing personal. I don't, because he's in protection training and he's at a certain level, I don't let him meet men.
Got you.
Yeah.
So men are the only problem?
Right, for now, yeah.
But may I ask why?
Unless it's a man who is going to be in my life. Like my father, he needed to know because he lives really close to me. My trainer's boyfriend, who's also a decoy, he needed to know him. So like, there's
Smokey?
certain men. Hell no.
So he
Not
don't.
say that.
Smokey the
let
homie.
me cut that. Can we take that out of the live show? No, but yeah, it's just something that we're working on right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually, as he grows and he matures, he'll be a lot more stable, most likely, and he can interact with people. But he's not a people dog. He
Gotcha.
never has been.
Got you.
He's not the dog that's gonna run up to you and be like, "Can I have some pets?" Like, "Hey, what's up with you?" He's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's a little bit unpredictable. So one wrong move and he, going for you.
Hey,
So.
you can get sued for that.
Exactly. So I don't.
That's
take
why I
risks.
think so. All right, I'm just gonna keep it real. We on air, we live. I think you more so worried about that. I think you have a very friendly dog and he's cool, and you just don't want him to attack nobody because
He
he's
said your
unpredictable.
dog friendly.
I think
That's another fight you could set up, right?
Yeah, I really could. But, no, I'm not worried about a lawsuit or nothing like that. It doesn't cross my mind because I don't
Okay.
put him in those situations.
real life.
So,
I got that. And respect.
I know my dog very well. I've known him since he came out the womb of his real mama. So I just know that he's not a fan of people. He's just not.
And that's
Certain
real.
people he'll vibe with, I'm not saying like, oh, if a man walks up, he's gonna attack. That's not what I'm saying.
It's just
you know?
like in the
but
moment
he's just,
right now.
I don't force my dog into situations that he doesn't enjoy.
That makes sense.
Never like people. So I never let people, oh my God, can I touch your dog? Can I pet him? Because he would be like,
that sounds like the gentrification people that talk like that.
Oh,
Right.
no, it
Yeah.
comes from all
That's
angles.
funny.
All angles. You're right.
Let me find out you try to gentrify.
Wait, but can I tell a story before we wrap up?
Yeah.
This shit was so funny. I love telling this story. So, you see my car. I have the Caution K9 stickers, letting people know what's up. And in the car, completely different dog. Out, if I brought him out right now, he'll probably be pretty mellow, kind of chill. In the car, he's a demon. Like, he terrorizes my community, for sure.
What do you mean?
So he's just extremely reactive. He will bark at any human, anything walking across the street, kid, child, whatever.
Banging
So
on
one
people.
night,
Dog
for
banging.
real, one night it's nighttime.
Hey, from England.
I'm at, right?
All right, till I die. Come
But
on.
everybody, they don't even got to be looking at him. Like, they minding their own business, and he's just turned. My car is rocking. People laughing at me like, damn, what you got back there? But my windows are tinted, right? So I can't, he knows how to roll my window down.
What?
So I had to put the lock on, right? I'm serious. So I had the window cracked
Yo,
about
that's
this
funny.
much. I'm at a red light on La Cienega and Centinela, okay?
Well,
I'm at a red light,
That's what
and
Chick-fil-A
this
is,
car
though.
pulls up, and I hear someone bark, a human, bark at my car.
That's
I'm like,
something I would do.
the fuck? And I look back, and it's a car full of dudes. I was going to say full of niggas. It was a car full of niggas, okay?
Yeah, say that.
And Chance is already turned. I mean, he is turned up, but they can't see him. So I'm like, why would you do that? And he's like, I'm just trying to see, I see the Caution K9, like, he just thought it was a joke. I rolled the window down. I'm like, oh, you want to play? This motherfucking Chance done stood up on the window. I'm like, bro, I can't. That was the day I'm like, I can't keep playing like this.
But
But
look at
the
the
whole
energy.
car, at the same time, the entire car, oh, shit.
Yeah,
It was about 6 dudes in there. They're like, oh, shit. I didn't know you had that back there. I'm like, okay, so you want to play? I'm going to let him loose. Okay?
Right.
You
Yeah,
cool?
yeah.
Like, I'm going to let him
Since you
loose
wanna-
and go to work.
Right.
No. Like, you got some puppies, though? But that shit was so
But look at their
funny.
energy, though. You see how they came off aggressive, and him being that's their nature. Dogs' natures are to, especially your dog, that breed, they're protectors. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. So if you pulling up like that, oh yeah, come on, bro. What's wrong with
sure.
you?
They
He
had
didn't-
to learn a lesson that night.
He didn't. He didn't bark at me though.
No, he didn't. You were next to me. He's cool. I'm telling you, like, I'm not trying to make it seem like...
She's not giving me my
It's-
jaw
No,
respect.
I hear you. You just want to be like, nah, but I'm just.
Yeah, she
especially-
not-
No,
That's
I
it.
will say,
I'm
I'm
trying to
not
get my-
denying that, though. I won't deny that dogs pick up energy for sure.
Right.
So, like, there was a couple, my clients came into my home, and typically, he don't like that. Nobody comes into my house. But they wanted to meet him. I'm like, okay, he's probably going to bark at you, because he's pretty reactive sometimes,
Right.
especially in our home. They're strangers. Man, this motherfucker was like, oh, like, really liked them automatically. I've never seen him do that before.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like, it's energy.
Yeah.
It's
Dogs.
energy for sure. Like, their dog, they're really sweet,
Dogs know
mom
what's
and
up.
daughter, you know, and that, you know, so it depends.
Yeah.
I think people can feel energy too.
Oh, yeah,
Sometimes
definitely.
what I believe is
I know
that
that for sure.
I don't listen to my body. My body give me warning signs that the energy is negative, the energy is off or whatever, and sometimes I just ignore it. But
Yeah.
I had signs that this was negative energy, and I just let it go. So
My
sure.
spider sense is when my gut feeling. I get that gut feeling that you get, and once I get that, I already know it's time to move. Cause you know, yeah,
Always.
that's my cue. So I
Yeah.
follow intuition all the time.
Same.
all right, so I gotta ask you, what you want to leave the people with? You can look in any one of them cameras.
You put me on the spot today. I leave. You know.
Tell them something. I mean, you know, we already know how to get in touch with you. You live in
Okay.
B, on the B.
On the
B-E-E.
That's funny.
From Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Right.
Hard for me.
Connecticut. That's what it is.
That's
Right.
cold. Do they say
That's-
that out there?
No.
She said no. Okay. I'm about to start a trend.
And so, yeah, just, you know, life is a give something. You want me to give something like, you know?
Yeah, whatever you
Wind
want to
show-
tell the people, and anything you want to inspire people with, you want to tell them. Somebody asked me, what do you charge for a show? I mean, for the hookah.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
so-
my hookah page is Ascend on Instagram, so
You got to
it's
spell it for people.
I'm gonna spell it because it's spelled different too.
Okay.
It's AESEND_. That's my hookah page. So
Wait, say it again.
AESEND_.
AESEND
Yes, underscore.
_.
Yep. Just playing around with phonemes, but it means ascend.
Right,
I mean, you getting high.
Oh yeah, in all kinds of ways. Okay.
Yes,
But yeah,
indeed.
you know, just something inspirational. You could be whatever you want to be in life, and it's just that simple. You just got to do it. It starts with begin. So
All right.
That's dope.
Positive vibes, brother. What you gonna lead the people with, man? Glad you came out.
Appreciate you,
you brought Lindsay with you.
No problem, man. Anytime, man, you know, all you got to do is just throw the bat signal up, man. I'm going to see it and I'm going to come, man. Just let me know, man. Skipp is a very, very, very special person to me. And I'm very protective. I'm like your dog. So this guy right here, man, I have to make sure that people, especially when I'm around, you know, acknowledge him, respect, move, and allow him to, you know, do work, man, because he's a magician, man, and he's helping the community, and I'm happy to be a part of what he's doing. And yeah, man, he's gonna definitely, and he's gonna, everybody that's watching, he told me this the other night. He said not to say nothing, but I'm just gonna say it. He's running for mayor of California, of Los Angeles, and he said that you know, he didn't want to do it, but
Not mayor, man.
he said he wanted to be the mayor of the city, man. So guys, man, let's make that happen. Keep skipping prayer.
Let me see. Y'all give me feedback, man. Who would vote for me if I ran for mayor? Man?
I'm voting. I'm definitely voting. I will vote for that for sure.
Absolutely. Boots on the ground. I'll go house to house for that.
I would meet
Sure.
you with the
Okay,
dog. Though.
so it ain't gonna be mayor, but I'm gonna.
I'll take chance and I'll force him up at the ballot box.
You feel me?
For sure.
Right. Appreciate it. And what you gonna lead the people with tonight?
We talked a lot about energy, so I'll just say, you know, echoing what you said, trust your gut, your instincts. Listen to people's energy. You got a dog, listen to your dog's energy. Pay attention to that. You got a dog?
yeah, I do too.
There you go. Listen to your
You
dog's
put them in your
energy.
pocket, or are they big
Yo,
and they big?
Yeah, what you got?
Listen,
What you got?
listen,
I'm
y'all-
finna judge.
You have to bring Charlie. You have to see this dog. I promise you, he's not even a dog.
He's different.
He's different. This is
What
not
is
a
that?
dog.
What's
He
Charlie?
dry.
So I have a Morky Poo. No, Malty Poo. Malty Poo. And then I wanted her to have babies because everybody loves, her name is Grace. Everybody loves Grace. I'm like, if Grace had little Gracies around and make other people's lives happy. So then she had 5 dogs, and it's a Morky Poo, so Maltese Yorkie Poodle. But he's pretty big. He's like 20 pounds. And Grace is 8.
Oh,
8 pounds,
wow.
yeah. So he's a different dog. He's sweet. So.
And he walks on his back. He doesn't even walk on all 4. He walks on 2 legs. Literally.
Yeah, he chases
He
me
comes.
around
You
the
come in the house. This motherfucker stand up on 2 legs and hop and walk with you to the living room. Like literally, it's the funniest.
That's
I will get him on
content right
camera
there.
for sure.
Right.
Right. No, that's content right
For
there.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these dog pages, they be blowing up.
They do.
Yeah,
they really
for
do.
sure.
For sure. Definitely.
But yeah, energy.
Energy
I
it
agree.
is.
That's a good way to end it.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all coming out. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate you being consistent, for the last, 3-4 times. And we always close out. I got to say bye, Felicia. This is the Poetess Studio, Morris Media Studios. So on the count of 3, I think I got some theme music. And with the theme music going out, 1, 2, 3. Bye, Felicia. All right. Thank y'all.
Real shit for y'all right now. It's like, look, like when you grow up in the trenches, it's like society treats you different, man. Like look at you different. It's like, man, you coming from where we from, man. We were on the come with it.
Look, they treat you different when you from the trenches. Bitch, I didn't grow up in no burb, I grew up in the village. Trying to get that shit up off the curb, I turned it to a menace. I wasn't hanging around with no girls, bitch, I was hitting fences. Childhood trauma, take it back to about the age of 9. Gunshots sounding like fireworks on 4th of July. I told myself